Hi, everybody. I wanted to share with you today a story about a gift that I received in my early 20s that has really stayed with me my entire life. When I was in my 20s, I had just moved to Toronto. I was working there actually on a co op for school, and I used to take the bus and the subway downtown every day. And it was really my first experience living in a city, being in a city environment where I wasn't on vacation, and being exposed to homelessness and people on the streets. And because it was a new experience, I was able to process it a little bit differently as an adult. And I remember as a kid, the odd time we would go to the city, you're kind of taught to ignore people who are homeless because they could be dangerous. And as an adult, that it just never stayed with me, that message. So I was one day getting off the subway station, and at that time, I was literally the starving student. I remember eating just soup crackers actually for an entire week because I had lost my wallet and didn't have access to any funds. And so when I got off the subway station, there was a man who was sitting outside who was asking for food or money and support. And I immediately connected with him empathically and understood at that point in my life what it was like to be hungry, and had this really strong natural desire to want to offer him something. But I didn't even have soup crackers left at that point. But I remember turning to the man and I smiled at him and I said, "I really wish I had something to give to you, but unfortunately I don't have anything today." And as I walked by him, he continued to yell down the street at me, and he said, "No problem." He's like, "Thank you so much. Your smile was the greatest gift you ever could have given me." And that moment, that one little phrase has always stuck with me, and especially around the importance of just acknowledging people's existence in our world. There's so many people in our life who don't get acknowledged, and you can probably even notice it in your day-to-day interactions. It's not just people who are homeless, but it's the cashiers at the grocery store or at Walmart. It's the janitors who are cleaning up our messes. It's the people who are putting the grocery carts away. All of these people who are working, who are taking care of some of our needs to try and make our life more convenient, we ignore them to the point that we don't even see them. And so when we live and exist in those roles, and I think each one of us has that experience in some aspect of our life, it starts to really take us down a level, and it makes us question our existence. And at a time right now where there is so much depression and so much transition and change, we really need to support each other. And so I would like to put out a Christmas spirit challenge in these last few weeks as we lead up to 2019. And I know that, this time of year we can sometimes get frustrated with the amount of commercialism and greed that happens with buying gifts. And there really isn't anything necessarily wrong with that, because the gift of giving and the spirit of giving is a beautiful thing. So let's take that spirit and let's use it to spread some light. Let's use it to help everyone who is struggling, to help ourselves in the process. Because the more that we fill ourselves up, the more that we interact with people, that we recognize the existence of our fellow human beings and our neighbors and our friends and even our own family who resides in our own house, the more that we cultivate this desire in the world to connect, to share love, to give that magical spirit of Christmas a place to cultivate. So please check out our website, check out the link below. We have a little challenge to help you very easily spread some light and spread some magic in these last couple weeks as 2018 comes to an end and we move in to a fantastic new year. And the best part of this challenge, before I forget, is don't tell anyone at all that you're participating, because the moment that we need approval or praise for helping others, the moment that spirit has gone. So do this for yourself, do this for the people that you interact with, and build authentic relationships without Instagram, without Facebook, without any praise at all, just for the purpose of giving. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.